Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Motivation Monday. Before we get into today's topic, I want to share a small story from last Saturday. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, excited to host my very first study session Saturday live stream. I freshened up, got everything ready, opened YouTube only to discover that mobile live streaming is apparently available only after the channel reaches 50 subscribers. So, yes, my plans changed, but instead of letting that ruin my day, I sat down, studied from 5 to 7 a.m. just with myself anyway. And later that evening, I decided that until we reach 50 subscribers, I'll upload recorded 2-hour study sessions every Saturday henceforth. So, sometimes things just don't go according to your plan, but that doesn't mean that the habit has to stop. And that brings me to today's topic, the compounding effects of small actions. Most of us either have read or at least heard of Clear's book Atomic Habits. Like many people, I went through a phase where I read a lot of self-help books. Some were inspiring, some were forgettable, but Atomic Habits was different. When I was preparing for my post-graduation final exams, I actually applied few of its principles, and to this day they are some of the simplest yet most practical ideas that I have come across. It's been many days, in fact many years, since I last read the book Atomic Habits, but today I want to share 5 principles from the book that have genuinely stayed with me and have helped me to be more consistent. Let's begin. First is identity building or identity shift. One of my favorite ideas from the book is this, where you don't focus on what you want to do, rather you focus on what you want to become. James Clear shares an example, I think, of a person who successfully quit smoking by simply rephrasing the sentence whenever anyone offered him a cigarette, that instead of saying, "I'm trying to quit smoking," the person simply would say, "I don't smoke." This subtle difference is very small for anyone to notice, but it's incredibly powerful because one statement, the first statement, describes an action, and the other statement, describes an identity, a belief about oneself, where he's believing himself to be a non-smoker. Okay, in the same way, I think we as students can, instead of saying that I have to study today or I should study now, I think instead we can try saying, I am someone who never misses a study session. So every single time you say that to yourself and you sit at your desk, you are casting a vote for your new identity. You are becoming the kind of person who shows up consistently. And over time, those votes begin to define who you are. The second principle is of the 2-minute rule. Any new habit should be easy to start. That is the funda behind the 2-minute rule. Notice I said that it should be easy to start. The hardest part of studying is often not the studying itself, it's simply beginning. So instead of telling yourself that today I'll sit and study for 6 hours, 7 hours, just tell yourself, I'll go to my desk now, I'll open my textbook, I'll choose one chapter and I'll start reading it. That's it. Within 2 minutes, you're already moving. Very often, once you have started, continuing becomes much easier. The third idea from the book is habit stacking. which simply means a way in which you attach a new habit that you want to form to your already existing habit. For example, after I brush my teeth, say I will drink a glass of water, and after I finish my water, I'll sit at my study desk and I'll start studying. So now your brain does not have to negotiate with itself every morning. What is happening here is that one habit, that is brushing your teeth, which most of us do every morning, naturally leads to the next. And that habit naturally leads you to the next one. And before you know it, studying becomes part of your routine instead of a daily decision. This is why habit stacking is an interesting way or an interesting hack to start a new habit. The fourth principle is never miss twice. This is probably the principle that has helped me the most. Why? Because life happens. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes there is a family commitment, sometimes something unexpected completely throws you off your schedule. Missing one day does not destroy your progress. Giving up because you missed one day does. So if you ever break your routine, which is bound to happen, don't spend the next day feeling guilty, and just make sure that you don't miss your routine twice. One missed day is an event. 2 missed days in a row can become the start of a new habit. Last, if you have made it to the end of the video, my final principle is from the book, of course, is design your environment. We live in a world that is full of distractions. From the phones in our hand to the surrounding around us, notifications never really stop. And if we only depend on our willpower, we'll eventually lose. Instead, make the right choice, the easy choice. For example, keep your phone in another room while you're studying. If you live in a single room, like I do, place it somewhere that is not within your arm's reach. Like stuff it inside your clothes or put it on the top of an almirah. Anywhere that forces you to get up before picking up and checking your phone. Sometimes success isn't about becoming more disciplined. Sometimes it's simply about making distractions slightly more inconvenient. And that's the beauty of environment design. It takes some of the burden away from your willpower and lets your surrounding support your goals. So those are the 5 principles that help me the most from Atomic Habits. Not because they are revolutionary, but because they are so simple that you can actually follow them. Remember, consistency isn't built through one extraordinary day. It is built through hundreds of ordinary days where you chose to show up and you chose to do the small actions. Now, I'd love to hear from you that which one of these 5 principles are you going to try during your very next study session. Leave a comment below and I'll genuinely be reading every single one. And if you're enjoying being part of this journey, consider subscribing so that we slowly but steadily make our way towards 50 subscribers. And I honestly can't wait to host my very first live study session Saturdays with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Keep showing up. One more attempt, one step at a time. Let's begin. And I'll see you in the next Motivation Monday video.